So, the things they don't tell you about birth control. When I was younger, I had, even now, since I've stopped birth control, it's still the same. Terrible, terrible cramps. So bad that I would need to go to the hospital every now and then. And they would give me a shot of morphine or steroids or something to ease the pain. Personally, I prefer the morphine because at least I can sleep at night and I'm not miserable. Um, but yeah, it was really bad. I believe the term is dysmenorrhea, and then the bleeding. It was like for 7 days, heavy for 4 or 5. It was brutal. And on top of that, I was already severely anemic, so so I was lethargic. I was the definition of sloth. But yeah, um, it was terrible. But then the doctor's like, okay, you're in between a rock and a hard place. We got to do something. So you're gonna go on birth control. So then I went on birth control. And at first it was great. I was like, this stuff is amazing. And then it hit me. At first, you start putting weight on in the places that you want to put weight on. So for me, I'd always been a pear shape, and I finally got some boobs. So I was happy. And my hair was a lot fuller and it was growing faster. So I was happy. And then the weight wouldn't stop coming on. And it was going everywhere. And then the suicidal thoughts and the depression. I'd always struggled with depression, but this was a whole nother level. Like, I couldn't get out of bed, not even to eat. And the funny thing is, there was a time where I didn't eat for like 3 or 4 days, and I was still gaining weight. So, it's terrible. And then the suicidal thoughts, this must be what a schizophrenic feels like mildly, but similar. You feel the thoughts creep into your head, and they feel like they're outside of you, but somehow they have a control of you, like they've come into your awareness. It was terrifying because like I don't know where this is coming from, but I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself. And so my brother, who tends to brush everything off, he started to get concerned. So that's when I was like, okay, this is a problem. So then they take me off birth control and recommend several other types of birth control that I should take. Like, did I not just tell you that my body was telling me that I wanted to kill myself? But I guess not. And then, so I stopped birth control, and my hair started falling out, and it became really thin, and the periods got worse, and the weight continued to pile on. But within the span of a year and a half, I've gained over 60 pounds. I know some of you who've watched me for a long time can probably see it in my face. It's so pudgy. Ugh, I gain weight like my dad. And I don't look good with a fat face. And it's like, I don't know, lately, I don't know, it's been more of it's been going to my boobs. I'm kind of lucky in the sense that I gain weight relatively well, in the sense that most of it doesn't go to my stomach, but now I'm starting to look like I'm pregnant because my boobs are getting bigger and my stomach. I probably look like I'm a solid 3 or 4 months. I laugh, but it's actually really tragic. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, they you definitely want to listen to the little voices on the TV when they talk to you about certain prescriptions to take. I don't know. I would go try and find the naturopathic method before. Just use prescriptions probably as a last case scenario. I mean, if I had cancer, I'd go and do chemo and radiation. I would try everything, but that's life or death. this I probably could have managed. I tried to make my life a little bit easier and it got 10 times worse. So, just a tip for all you ladies out there or all you men who have daughters. Yeah, this might have been a TMI video, but you can let me know. I just felt like venting.